not dey off in mind.
Hello Good evening to you, good morning to you, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
So tonight, before we get started, okay, I want you to confirm that the picture is, clearer enough, as well as the audio, the voice. So let me know how it looks like to your hand. I've taken out some few things that used to contribute to the lagging of the videos. So you can tell me before we get fully down to the.
Kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun Diary. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣe o kẹ́gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ dódódódó.
Take your time to read the caption of the broadcast, the description as well, and possibly you can make your own contribution afterward, okay? It's gonna be interesting.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa bí.
If everything is sounding right, on your own device there, on your screen, TV, or wherever you're watching from right now, then we are good to go. Share the broadcast, like the broadcast, and invite others too, because Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Mayegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Good evening to you once again. Good afternoon to you. Good morning to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live. So, the wahala in Nigeria, as they say, they finish. This time around, the wahala is coming from some, expected but not yet expected, areas, I would say. And they are already contributing to the already heated policy. But the first part that we have to treat today is the breaking news that despite the fact that the Nigerian university lecturers, university workers, and students are currently at home because Nigeria is broke and Nigeria cannot afford to pay the ASU. But like many other ridiculous things, or things that look so ridiculous or sound ridiculous to us, done by APC, Egbekegbe Buhari, the news came that in February this year, just before the start of the current ASU strike, Buhari's government right, officially through a memo without the approval or the consent of the National Assembly, as if it's matter. I mean, they don't really matter, right? Buhari sent 1.14 billion naira to buy just about 8 vehicles for the Niger Republic officials in Niger Republic. So this has now been confirmed, by the way. When it first broke as Nigeria is, Niger Republic kind of have a special place in the heart of Buhari and APC, Egbekegbe. Now, this memo was sent by the President of Nigeria, Buhari, requesting the, the accountant general, ordering the accountant general to release this sum to a particular company that would then supply 8 SUVs. The account number is there, the company name is there, the approval, everything is there. So the finance minister of Nigeria came out today to confirm that yeah, indeed, it was the approval of the president, because the Niger Republic government pleaded with Buhari that, please, we want to buy the 2022 SUV Jeep, but we don't have money. Can you help us? And it didn't take time. So for some of you who probably would like to know, what kind of cars are we talking about? We're talking about this. Okay. So this is a Land Cruiser, Toyota Land Cruiser 2022. That is 8 of them were bought with your money and then shipped down to Niger Republic. It is also under this APC, Egbekegbe, that despite the financial crunch, despite the endless, borrowing, which has contributed to the collapse of your naira, the government of APC, Egbekegbe, under Rotifmi, Amechi, they decided that they wanted to construct railway from Kano to Maradi along the deserts into Niger Republic. Ordinarily, you would think this is a bilateral deal where Niger Republic will pay part of the money, Nigeria will pay part of the money. No. Buhari's government, the name of Nigeria, decided, in the name of all of you, decided to go and, to go borrowing so that Nigerians can continue to go sorrowing. $6.5 billion loan to construct rail line from Kano to Maradi. Do you know that the entire trade between Nigeria and Niger Republic a year is not up to $1 million? But Niger Republic, since this APC, Egbekegbe, came in, has become the 37th state of Nigeria. This is Buhari's contribution. Many states in northern Nigeria and their state governors who are currently battling, if they were anyway, or should I say producing poverty, because I can't say they are battling poverty, producing poverty in multifold. Many of them in their budget assembly, in their different systems of assembly, they debate budget that has to do with Niger Republic. Many of them have been buying, cars, sending money, buying weapons. And the only thing that Niger Republic seems to be contributing to Nigeria is terrorism, where they said that they are working with Nigeria to end terrorism. Since APC, Egbekegbe, came in, terrorism from that Sahel has become tenfold of what they were. So what is that thing about Niger Republic? Nigeria has, Nigeria's transportation problem, as big as they claim that Nigeria is, you won't believe it. It is one of the countries in the world that is never connected by train. And it is deliberate. Also, in Nigeria, as big as Nigeria is, Nigeria government deliberately, rogues and criminals, past and present, deliberately kept just one single pot, one single one, for entire 220 million people. Meanwhile, there are many other, open, sea across southern Nigeria, but their locations, they don't want development there. So to the deserts where nothing. Meanwhile, in the commercial heart center of Nigeria, southern Nigeria, right? From Lagos to eastern Nigeria, traveling down, this is how they made that too. They made they made the Lagos port as the only official entry port, seaport in Nigeria. Since after the Nigeria Civil War. So they felt like if they should allow all the seaport, dredge the River Niger, allow the Oron port, go to all those places and open them up, right? They believe that this time around, if Biafrans should ask for Biafra or decide to go to war with Nigeria, they would have access to sea. They will have, they will be controlling everything there, and Nigeria may lose a lot. So they decided to block the progress of an entire region because of that. So rather than get and what has that contributed, right? It has contributed further into the unemployment pool of Nigeria, but they don't care. But in that same Nigeria, with credit crunch, they were able to go to the EU, the European Union. Can you please borrow us $6.5 billion? We want to construct rail line through the deserts to go and bring their terrorists more. Now, terrorists won't have to travel days in the desert to get to Nigeria. They won't need camels. They won't need all that. All they would need to do is wait for the rail line, and they can just transport them straight down. All right? Now, that's not just that, too. Many Nigerians, the people of Niger Republic, many of them, they have your voter's card. That same Nigeria voter's card that you are holding, right? So, as Nigeria is concerned, you see all this, like some of their governors have told you, Nigeria is considered as their country too. But you who are claiming your one Nigeria, breaking your head here and there, they give no damn about you, and you know it. Now, this is one of the proof, by the way. The Buhari dipped his hand in your national treasury and dole out that 1.14 billion naira. That's exactly what he did as well. If you remember, when the Taliban took over government in Afghanistan, the same Buhari dipped his filthy jihadist hand and fingers into your collective patrimony, and he deducted $5 million, packaged the money, cash, put it on a private plane, fueled by you, and they shipped it down to the terrorists in Afghanistan. Were you alarmed? Of course not. Now, the ruins of APC, Egbekegbe, is about to catch up with everyone. I will explain this the best way even me as a layman understands it. And I hope you will then understand where they have brought you, where they are taking you, and ask yourself, do you really want to continue to be part of that? Let's take it one after the other. They have destroyed Nigeria. Economically, they have finished Nigeria. And I'll tell you, you see all the result of what you are seeing out there: joblessness, increased in crime, increased in human rights abuses, and then all that stuff. They are just the primary symptoms of what a failed country is. And you are going to feel it even more. This is not about, wishing you doom. I will break it down for you, okay? Nigeria depends on importation. And the reason why Nigeria Forex, Nigeria Naira will continue to crash since you don't produce anything. You import 80% of what you consume in Nigeria, including food. They may tell you stories. These people are growing this one are doing that, this factory is this, that. They are lying to you. Statistically, you are losing more under this roguish government. Now, for example, in 2022, the first quarter of 2022, we have 4 quarters in a year. The first quarter is the first 3 months of the year. The second quarter is the second 3 months. But guess what? Nigeria had a foreign reserve of $42 billion when this APC, Egbekegbe, took over government of Nigeria. And do you know that today, the balance of your money in that foreign reserve is now less than $15 billion? So what does that tell you? I will explain. Nigeria depends mainly on importing virtually everything. Therefore, they will need and always constantly need Forex, dollars. Every day they have to find it. How do you get dollars? Nigeria usually rely on the crude oil sale, okay? Like if the crude oil sale is good and there is no corruption, every penny sold, the royalty paid to Nigeria is remitted as at when due, right? That will cushion the effect of the shortages of that your Forex. Now, NNPC, your NNPC, in the last from the beginning of this year, that they have been selling crude oil, barrel of crude oil for over $100. Yeah, your NNPC in Nigeria is yet to remit $1 single to the Central Bank of Nigeria. Now, this is where they are now cooking the book. That is why even if they are lying to you, when you go out there, you realize that there is no amount of lies that is going to hide the destruction they have already done, the damages they have done. Because if they deny, you can feel it. And listen, it's going to get worse. This is what happened. The Central Bank of Nigeria is cooking figures to cover up the NNPC. Okay? That is where, if to say many of you know what they have done, right? You are not going to be asking for an election, because in the next 2-3 months, in the next 6 months, rather, the remaining 2 quarters of 2022, Nigeria is going to go bankrupt. Many of you will go to shops and you will not be able to see your usual common perishable things. You know what I mean? Few things, normal things that you buy, sugar, salt, soap, oil, and all those things, including medicine, you will begin to find them. They will begin to go off the shelf soon. Why? Nigeria can no longer meet the, the import payments to fund their importation anymore. This is it. Currently, the balance in your foreign account right now, is less than 15 billion. So if Nigeria does spent 5.9 trillion naira on importing goods, so it simply means Nigeria they changed 5.9 trillion naira in the first 3 months of 2022. They changed 5.9 trillion naira to dollars, right? Now, because your naira has nothing to back it anymore, what they have not been telling you as well, right, is this. The oil theft in Niger Delta has now tripled. Before these rogues came in, Nigeria was said then to be had capacity to to produce 3 million barrels of crude oil every day. But due to incessant attacks, vandalism, and the rest, that production was cut down to somewhere around 1.8 million per day. So Nigeria, therefore, was almost struggling to meet the OPEC quota. They give quota to oil producing countries that you will give us this into the market. You will give us this into the market. Nigeria continued to dwindle. You know what happened? Vandalism, oil theft, bunkering, all those cut down oil production in Nigeria. But since this APC, Egbekegbe, came in, I was reading it some times ago, right? They said that the oil production in Nigeria has collapsed to the point that it is now hovering between 800,000 barrels and 1.3 million barrels. You get what I mean now? Now, let me explain that to you in a layman, you know what I mean? What that simply means is this. Your NNPC, the only source that NNPC has to get enough forex, get paid in dollars, yeah? At least to then use that to back the Naira. How do you do that? You know, when you want to trade with anyone and they know that you have a foreign reserve that is, well above $100 billion. To them, if your currency, or let me say, if your currency by any chance should fail, they believe that their business is safe because you can go somewhere and pay them. That is your foreign reserve. But Buhari's government have depleted all of that. They have cut down Nigeria credit rating. The lenders are already abandoning Nigeria, not willing to give them anything. That's why China is giving them that. Now, since NNPC refused to remit any payments, therefore, Nigeria needed money. How would Nigeria get money? Now, what have they been doing? They started their borrowing. Imagine during this oil boom, before they took over, they said PDP wasted 16 years and they did not save money. Abi? But when they took over, the balance in PDP, then they were able to keep what they called excess, crude sale money. Excess crude sale money is the money that is like extra from what Nigeria budgeted to sell crude oil, but they sold it more than that. For example, when if Nigeria budgeted that our crude oil is going to be maybe $70, so they can then use something called benchmark, a benchmark of maybe $60. That means plus or minus, right? They will be able to sell crude oil at $60, and the money from it, they can use it to fund their budget. That's how it works, Abi. So benchmark. So during PDP time, Obasanjo time, right? They had a benchmark of, for example, now $40 per barrel. Then oil boom came. They were selling crude oil at $100 per barrel, $120 per barrel. What Obasanjo did then was not to share all the money. They went ahead with their plan, take out the $40 plan, and what amount is that? And what is left? What was left is called excess crude account. Some people called it a sovereign wealth fund, but I believe it's excess crude account, ECA. So PDP were putting the money away and they were using the rest to do whatever they wanted to do. When this APC, Egbekegbe, came in, yeah, they met $7.5 billion in that account. $7.5 billion. That's how much they met. Then they added $350 million to it from excess crude sale. They celebrated it. We added money to it, this and that. Today, if you ask them, how much is the balance of that excess crude account? It is under $300,000 from $7.85 billion in 7 years. So they have no money. They have to go out there and start and go to lenders. We need money to fund our budget. We need money to pay for this. We need money. Can you do this for us? Our oil sale can no longer fund that. Okay, fine. We'll give you the money. But here is the condition, okay? If we give you $1, right, we are exchanging it for 500 Naira because you have nothing to back your money up anyway. And you need this forex so badly, don't you? They say, yeah, we do. So they went borrowing, and between 2015 and 2022, they have already borrowed over $80 billion. Quote me. Over $80 billion. That is not all. They also started printing money because that was not enough, right? They started printing money. Remember, they were supposed to be selling oil. Oh. They were supposed to be remitting money from the sale of crude oil. Oh. They were collecting taxes from you. They were collecting their custom duty and all of those money they are collecting everywhere. Oh. Right? But they were not enough. They had to ask Emefiole to start printing money. So Central Bank of Nigeria became the lender to Buhari's government. Guess how much Emefiole printed? See, this is not, oh, we have money. Oh, yeah, give them money. No, 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 no. Go and print more money. Do you understand what that means? So they printed money. This is not like, oh, let us tax the people and gain more money and use it. No, 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 no. It wasn't enough. Emefiole printed over 19 trillion naira in 7 years for Buhari. Many of you don't know that, Abi. They are talking about national debt, this or that debt. They are bamboozling you with figures, Abi. They have finished you. You have no idea. Emefiole was printing money for them. And they were sharing that. State government, so all the state governors, commission, all of, they are sharing the money. Today, what Nigeria has as their foreign reserve, less than $15 billion, can no longer guarantee the payment for importation for another 6 months. This is how. It's a report, is out there right now. So that's to tell you that you may not understand how economy works. Even me, I never understood how it works. But I'm beginning to understand them so well that I live in a place where if they take 1 penny from my bank, I always want to figure out why. Than for them to take 10 pounds from my bank, government, I want to know why and what for. And what is my benefit for you taking that money from me? So if they turn around and say inflation, what is inflation? If you don't understand it, things are going to go up by so percentage. Okay, then what happened to my income? My income is also going to be depleted by so percentage. Then what is my benefit? Those are the things that I have come to understand. So if you don't understand how economy works, now I just depend to you now. When they do all that roguish things there, you who don't spend dollars, of course, you know they spend dollar. Now dollar you spend for Nigeria. You are not spending dollars. You're not spending pound sterling. That's what your politician tells you. Then how come that even the woman where they sell pepper, okay, no. What else? What can somebody be selling that you believe that it shouldn't be affected now? Is because you don't know how economy works. I will explain it to you a little bit for you to understand what they have done to you now. 5.9 trillion naira spent on importation in the first quarter of 2022. They've spent similar in the second quarter of 2022. With what they have as a balance, you will wake up soon and you realize that the balance in the foreign reserve of Nigeria is less than 1 billion. Then that's bankruptcy because Nigeria will no longer meet all their financial. When I say Nigeria, I'm talking about all of you banks, bankers, businessmen, businesswomen, traders, importers, exporters, all of you students going abroad for all of this stuff, everything will turn red, complete red. Not just that, and before you know it, it will turn dark, total dark. I will explain. You know they spend dollar. True. These rogues, they put so much pressure on your central bank, for their gluttonous taste for this dollar, pound sterling, or this money. To the point that they have a policy that those who are running businesses are exchanging forex with ridiculous exchange rates. But politicians, they have their own rates. Yes. They do. Now, as a business, let us start from your cooking gas, kerosene, diesel, petrol. Let's start with those 4 first. all of them are imported. And those who are importing them, yeah, before they could pay those who do the job abroad and those who will transport the whole thing down to Nigeria for you, they will first have to go and change your dollar, naira, to whatever currency then. So which means when all of these things land in Nigeria, bass, you want to cook, you go buy gas. You want to drive, or you want to drive your car, you go buy petrol. You want to power your factory, you will buy diesel. No be so? Now, when you go there to buy and you have your money, this week you go out, you want to buy petrol, they say 148 naira per liter. You pay for 50 liters. Fine. I don't know how much that will be in your naira, so I'm not good in mathematics, right? But I'll use a round figure. 50 liters, and you pay, let's say, 5,000 naira. Then you come back next week. You bought it for how much? 5,000 naira. You go back. You have to put the cost of that 5,000 naira on whatever business you are using that diesel for. Abi? Diesel today is 800 naira, Abi 900 naira, Abi 1,000. I don't know yet. Now, let's say your own business is, food canteen. So you just bought small petrol, 2,500 naira. Pour them inside your big generator. Then you also went to the market. How much is the bag of gari now? It is 10,000, ma. This whole thing, we bought it for 9,000 naira last week. It's changing, ma. It's now 10,000. Okay, give us two. Yeah, we want to buy. How much is a bag of rice now? It's 28,000 naira, ma. Import is fine. Is it okay? 28,000. Something we used to buy for 8,500. Okay, give me. Now, what would then happen is this. The way you also go there, I'm using rice, I'm using other things now because I want to use food canteen. Remember, sometimes you believe that the rest of the thing, maybe na cow, maybe na oil to cook, maybe na the pepper to cook. Should be all of them in Nigeria. Nobody say they import them. Abi, I'm coming. By the time they now bring everything that is included in what actually eventually produced that, prepare that dish of, that plate of soup, the Madame Olonje, Mama Olonje, would have to, before they serve you that first portion, before they give you that first morsel, that first portion of eba, Mama Olonje will now sit down and say, okay, how much did I pay for that? How much did I pay for this? So you see all of those things that came into that place that she's paid for, she will factor them into what they will serve you. Now then they will come serve you. You will say, rice is 200, you can no longer even feel person anymore. Which kind of country is this? Are they importing pepper? You know why? Mama Olonje will likely have to pay her house rent. She will pay for the school fees of her children, right? She will also probably still buy food to feed her children too. And as you are paying for what do they call her? As you are paying to manage your life, Iyalonje will also factor everything that has to do with us too on her business. And that's how the whole thing trickles down. That's how it trickles down. And it starts from that up, where those who are making the policies that are making them for their own selfish gain are not considering you, and you thinking they are thinking of you, but you have no idea that they are not. Or maybe you do, and you prefer to make it up that they are actually thinking of you, but they are not. So economics, they have a name for it. You see that downfall driver that suddenly increased the transport fare from 100 naira to 300 naira. And you are wondering, we kill there now. She be now only 10 naira, be now only 15 naira. They increase the petrol. Which one is you increase? Because he knows. The driver knows that from what you will pay, they will charge you, is what he's going to use to pay for the fuel again. Is from it is going to pay his own landlord, who probably also have his own children, who are also students. Like, that's how economy work. Oh. So everybody will have to factor in their own situation as the thing they trickle down. So who made all of that happen? The roguish criminal politicians, APC, Egbekegbe, they did you bad. Their policies and others, how they will kill and kill and kill the sense of reason in you if you don't wake up, as they say. This is not about let us wish so and so well. No. Buhari and APC, they don't wish Nigeria well. Everything is finished. When they ask them, how do we get out of this mess, for God's sake? How do we get out of this whole thing? Give us solution. Emefiole, come. What can you do? They said that the reason why the Naira is crashing is because some people are selling them in the black market. At first, they said it was because some trees in Abuja are giving shade to Bureau de change. So they cut down hundreds of trees just to bring back the Naira. They did all of that lying to you. And you see all these lies, they are about to catch up with them. And that is why they said they don't think they are planning any election in 2023. They are planning an escape in 2023. And therefore, the only person they are handing the rest of the dead country to is those who are now fighting themselves, tearing themselves. And in fact, using the same thing APC, Egbekegbe used in 2014-2015, tribal division, religious division, ethno-religious campaigns and the rest of that, to keep people divided and continue to think maybe na their sins they make them suffer. No be your sin they make you suffer like that. Maybe not your sins. It's your sins. It could be sins because some of you are still hell-bent in forcing this contraption on yourselves for another, God knows, generation again. They have finished Nigeria. I don't know how to say it better. I don't know. You need your economy, don't you? You do. They have handed over your defense to terrorists in Nigeria today. Nigeria can no longer defend you. You know that. You are just a minute, an hour, a day, a week, a month away from disaster that Boko Haram has brought upon you. If you don't see it, I am imploring you to begin to look at it. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm not so much economist, but I've dropped some details here that if you actually really care right now, you should be thinking. I actually want you to start thinking. If you care, nobody say everybody care, but if you do, begin to think. This APC, Egbekegbe, they are not done. They have the last joker. And that last joker, with what I know, it is to spell the final doom. And for Tinubu and his own hired and paid agents, as they say they are, if they are being honest, if they are being truthful, trust me, they would not be dissipating their energy, their resources in trying to further burn down Nigeria, burn Nigerians, burn everything that could be burned as long as they will remain in power. They will probably have a rethink in this case. You know what happened there? There's something I want to check out. Right. Yesterday, something popped up. And I was actually reading that I didn't know, or should I say, I didn't expect the backlash that eventually followed. It was a guy called Sam or Motseye or so. I'm coming on. I'm going to go look for him. Omaseye. Opemosheye. So he published one thing. You know, Tinubu, let me say something quickly before I even get to that. If you pay attention to how the rogues who have held Nigeria captive for long, or those who anticipated to do so, if you want to see those who have succeeded, at least to this point, and those who didn't succeed as well anyway, but few that succeeded, they ensured that they built a system, a patronage system, a system that if you want to be part of it, yeah, to benefit from it, you must be patronizing enough, no matter how blind or whatever it is that they do, right? For the sake of, for the sake of the court, you must be patronizing enough. Therefore, you will get your reward, like appointment, money, different gifts, things that you probably fancy. But in the long run, yeah, you would have to remain submissive, subjective to all their whims and caprices, the controls. So what they did was that many of the rogues in Nigeria, what they did is this. They invested in social, no, don't let me use social, I want to find a name for it. They invested in I think I'll use social, even if it's not really tally to it, but I'll explain further. They tried to infiltrate every institution, right? Every institution, media, business, and they, in fact, invested in some of those things in order to give the public, the public picture or image of them speaking on behalf of the people. So they create platforms that, for example, media. Tinubu studied this very well. It was Nnamdi Azikiwe, the great Zik of Africa, as well as late Chief Obafemi Awolowo, the sage. They realized how potent and useful, powerful the media can be, radio, print, including TV, in driving ideas, right, that can get so many people to have you on their side, because they will think you are on their side. I mean, if you have a platform that help the people to criticize the government, won't people see you as one of their own? I know many of you will see me as one of your own now, okay? But if I want to be like Awolowo and co, this is how they were doing it. They had their platform where their ideas and every wrong things in the society that people should reflect upon were being shared and discussed as far back as 1940s. That is why when Awolowo had the chance, he started the Nigerian Tribune. It was initially Western Tribune or so that they can use that to reach mass number of people who would then have to follow their ideas. So Tinubu, the next person who also did that was Obafemi, of MKO Abiola, Chief MKO Abiola. MKO Abiola started the Concord. Usually, when you see their media platforms set up by politicians like that, they call them propaganda platform, but they are very, very potent and useful historically. Tinubu tapped into that. What did Tinubu do? when he got the money. Since they were, I mean, when he was doing his heroin peddling and the money laundering in America, in Chicago then, yeah, he saw a chance of cleaning up politics. When you make small money from dirty money, just go to politics. You can clean it up. So he had friends, journalists that he was giving money to. They were writing about the Abacha, Nadeko, this and that, criticizing. He even gave money to set up what is called Radio Kudirat, which Kayode Fayemi, the outgoing governor of Ekiti, was the director. What was the message? They were messaging and massaging the ego of the Yorubas, telling them of who they are. Maybe not like I'm doing right now, because they had agenda then. Agenda was to seize power, lie to the Yorubas, and then take power in Nigeria and abandon the Yoruba ideology, and then just go national. Who no like them, making no like them. Today they are billionaires, are they not? They are billionaires. They also have some few feathers to their caps. Former governor, senator, minister, all those names at the back of the trusting Yoruba people. But they use media. When Tinubu became governor, opportunity, he started the Nation newspaper. He quickly chased away the Lagos State Polytechnic that was in Ekosiketu. Sele, you know that place in Ekosiketu? They chased them away. He bought the place, or he claimed the place, and he gave it to TVC, his own TV station. What were they doing? They were there to help shape the ideas, opinion of people along what they tagged progressives. The progressives, which we know them later as well. That was where they managed to pluck some hungry writers, journalists, here and there. They put them there. Their job is to make sure that the image of Tinubu is continuing to be polished. Have to polish it clean, don't mess anything around. So now 2022, where Tinubu know well again, where the man know too well. Wala Conde, young people who witnessed the NSAS killings in Lagos, they said they will. If to say na one thing they go do, where they not go do again. Now for them to just make sure say this man. We be saying no be president. He had the capacity to call the soldiers, by asking the weary Sanwo-Iku Adegator, Governor Point and Kill Lagos, to call killers to come and murder young people who are harmless. Because the rumor then was that he was the one sponsoring the NSAS. To prove to them that he was not the one, he said they should kill them, and they killed over 100 of them. The following day, the same Tinubu was asking, what were they doing there? Then Tinubu's dogs, we have all the videos, how they mobilized their thugs to go and attack the protesters and all of that. All the videos, all the pictures, everything. When their thugs and their touts, when they gone rogue and they started robbing shops and all of that, before we know it, then the rumor broke out that they have been hoarding palliatives in Lagos. In fact, some honorable members in the Lagos Secretariat of Assembly, they themselves have collected the COVID-19 palliative. They have repackaged them, and they are now presenting them as a birthday souvenir. Now, so Lagos exploded. Today, when you see an average Lagos Sababaku, okay, that's another thing. In Yoruba land, many of us who are actually like a real, me, as you see me, so I'm a real Lagosian, okay? Them born me for Lagos. Them born my mama for Lagos. Them born my papa for Lagos. These are old people, right? My papa became successful in Lagos. He built houses in Lagos. He lived a very comfortable life before he died in Lagos, right? He was a landlord. He was a tenement rate payer. He was a taxpayer. He was one of those that Tinubu robbed of good life when Tinubu was the governor. So in Lagos, we used to say, look at this one where they collect Owoile here. You, Kabiru, where come from Ogbomoso, come they claim Owoile in Lagos. That's what we be for that time when we were growing up. So today, you will now see one You will now see one ali rada rada. We call them Arauke then. They are now telling you to go back to your state because of Tinubu. Many of them, they have never been to Lagos themselves. So some of them, if they go to Lagos, trust me, they have nowhere, they have nobody there. That we in fact actually say, welcome, sleep here. Some of them, if they ever come to that your Lagos. Give me a sec. Some of them, if they enter Lagos with their, what do you call it, with their Jegboro and all of that, from Oshogbo, from everywhere they come from, they are just quarters in Lagos. But today, with the smartphone, anybody that says anything, say na this Lagos be this, no be the Lagos be this, no be this same Lagos, You go to hear them, they tell you, say, go back to your states. What about your states? Now them now, because of Tinubu, now them, they call people the Omo Oniles, the Omo Onile, Omo Olonos. You know what they call me? If you don't know Baderos, if you don't know Baderos, maybe you should go and ask of a Baderos. You may know me as Mayegun. If you know the Baderos, then you will know that when you talk of Lagos, we are one of those, the first comers. Yes, we are. Mm-hmm. So then you now look at it. Then that's not just me. That's me, a Yoruba man, who says, how could you make a thief, a near crippled thief? How could you then turn around and say, this thief that depleted with his group, depleted Yoruba land, turn many of you to unemployable youth? Some of you don't know. We know. Some of you, it is not just that you are unemployed. Some of you, if not majority of you, you are unemployable. Who destroyed the education? Who destroyed the economy? Who destroyed the family value? Who destroyed everything that should make you reason like human being? These criminals. 22 years is enough to destroy the psyche of any human being that these guys get hold of. And some of you today, you are educated, but you are illiterate. You are unemployed. Not just that, you are unemployable. All thanks to the people who actually groomed you to become haters, to become blind bats, to become ungrateful, inhuman, ungrateful humans. Now, I'm saying all of this because me, I'm a Yoruba man, and I can see clearly. I can see very, very clearly. And I will never be one of those to be hoodwinked, blackmailed. If you want blackmail me as a Yoruba man, make a use sentiment. Don't blackmail me for a sick person. Don't. Do that for somebody that is sound. So that I can say, Mayegun, you self look calm now. Mayegun, say this one know what time ni. I know say you know too like this, but say this one know what time ni. Then I go say, I be Yoruba. I don't go, come on, man. We say this to you because we know what they have done. Now, you now look at the Igbos. Do you know how many Igbos that are more Lagosians than many of you Weris? Many of you Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris. Many of you this, what do you call it? The crumb eaters, crumb chasers, ass lickers, all risers. Many of these Igbos that you are talking about, they are more Lagosians than you. Their grandparents came to Lagos. Their parents were born in Lagos. They were born in Lagos, school there, have businesses there, built houses there. But you Olori Buruku Agbero like Tinubu, you can look around because of politics. The same you that are chasing as Emeka they chase for Lake. You Sunday, Abina Bayo. Now you they do the link for them. Politics no day. Igbo man no be your enemy. Is he? Uche they chase for Lake. Bayo be the middleman. Abi? Bayo they chase Uneka. Abi Nena. Abi Chioma. Now, Uche be the middleman. Una they run things in your community in your different ways there. But when politics comes, all this are okay. Look at them very well. Oh. Click their location, click their names. They are mostly not, they are majorly not from that Lagos, but they will say they are Yoruba. Therefore, if they see you as, if they see any Igbo name, is an enemy. Sheti Shoribu. We are saying it to you now because we know the fathers and grandfathers of ethnic politics. We know the pioneers, and we know those who have been funding divisive ethnic religious politics. There are no other people than Tinubu and his gang. Guess what? If you think you are an Igbo, or you are an Hausa, or you are not a Yoruba, and you are saying something about Tinubu, and you see all these Oshins, they start attacking you, and the rest of that, they are doing it to other Yorubas too, because they know that Yorubas, the real Yorubas, they know Tinubu very well. And he is about to be served. That delicious delicacy called breakfast is coming. Yorubas are not daft. We are not, you may see some of us who have become so, and that's general anyway, in Nigeria, where divisive politics and the rest of that have become the order of the day. Abi? Yorubas are generally accommodating. We don't play dirty politics. We don't play all this nonsense. But because the worst of us are representing us, now it make many of you think these rogues actually represent or speak for Yoruba people. But sooner or later, all this mess will be cleared. All this haggling or whatever will be cleared. You will get to know the Omo cause from the Omo Alis. Those who turn Yoruba land to darkness, who turn Yoruba land to what it is today. You will never reward them with your tribalism, with your bigotry, with your religious fanaticism, and the rest of that are crippling into our system today. All for what? Because you now want to become president of Nigeria. Abi? Ashojua. Now, I must say, one of those people that some of you grew up reading the articles, like people who had sense. That's what we call them. The real owners of Lagos are watching you, and they are shaking their heads, say, look at this one telling me that this, but we'll come back to that. Now, I must say, he can't publish something in the name of Tinubu, right? Now, this one will be say, I am in any way endorsing your obedient or obedient or obedience. They gave you different names. And on my Gunzari political, I know all those names too. They call you obedient. That's one you like. Very lovely. You love that. They call you obedient. They call you that one. You know, like and I know. Others, they call you obedience. It don't really matter. But when they play tribal, religious, and every other politics, and we see the same pattern, it is on us, all of us, not to look away. It is not politics. It is dirty. It is baiting. It is called gaslighting. It is part of the reasons why we are where we are today as a people from Nigeria. And people like these writers, they have the platforms where they will want to make sure that they continue to put these dirty thoughts in your head. So I want to read to you what Tinubu's editor, they said the guy now the editor of The Nation, when I was in Nigeria, when I was very young, not too young anyway, I was still young, I was about 18. How old would I be in 2020? I'm sorry, year 2001. If I was 10 years old in 1994, so that means I would be about 17 years to 18 years old in 2001, 2002. I have been buying newspaper since I was 15. Guess how much I did buy newspaper then? 25 naira. So later, it became 30 naira. Now only the Punch they sell for 40 naira then. And for a while. So then the Nation, I love some of those. That's how they manage to. That's what they did, though. I have been buying newspapers, right? Because of columns, articles, and stuff like ideas, opinions, political opinions at the back, back page of the Nation, mostly the Nation. So if I don't see the Nation, I'll go and buy the Punch. Way back then. So I was reading all these ideas. That was when I got to know more about Nigerian politics, past and present, events and stuff. So they are putting all those, including this guy. So I paid a lot to Tinubu newspaper. Ọlọ́run máa gba owó mi yẹn lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Àìsàn ló máa fi wò. Àmì lágbára Ọlọ́run. Now, Omaseye wrote a very, very, very dangerous article. He is the editor. He edited it and approved it for publication.